So today I'm going to be using products I either haven't used before that are new to me, or products that I just haven't touched for ages in my kit. So for skincare, although it's unlabelled now, I'm going to be using the Superdrug Vitamin E range. So to start with, I'm going to grab just like a pea-sized amount of oil and just rub that in and press it into my skin. Oh. And then bring it down, and then on top of that I'm going to use the Vitamin E SPF 15 Radiance Moisturiser, which I actually didn't know was a Radiance Moisturiser, but it comes out, I don't know, you probably won't be able to see, like it has like a bit like a strobe cream effect, but like a gold based one, which I don't really mind, but I was driving like couldn't work out why my hands were so gold. And I hadn't put any makeup on, but it's this. So now that's all sunk in, this is actually just a tester, but I've never used it. So it's the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that onto my face. So then for like radiant strobe cream type of thing, I'm going to use this Kiko Radiant Touch Creamy Stick Highlighter just to put on the high points of my face before I apply my foundation. So I've had this for years, but I sort of like used it once and then never used it again. So I've applied that, as you can see, it goes on quite thick, and then I'm just going to sort of blend it out with my finger. It doesn't really produce any hard edges, which is nice. I know it's a cream, but I have had cream highlighters that are like just not creamy. They are really like sort of like a bit matte almost. I don't know. I'm not explaining it right, but they just don't come across creamy. They're like not as radiant as this is. So like foundation BB cream, I used to like swear by this. I absolutely love it. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, which has an SPF 30, but I haven't used it for so long. And I thought that oh yeah, there we go, there is some in there. So I'm going to pop that on my finger, and I think I've actually wasted so much now. And you can see that's actually quite dark, but we shall see. Then I'm just going to take my Nashi Face Buffer brush, and I'm going to start to blend that in. Go ahead and apply just like a finger's worth more to my forehead. In comparison to the Laura Mercier, I'd say it's just as nice. Maybe it's moving a bit more because I've got so much moisturiser and stuff on underneath, but it is a lot more red based than my Laura Mercier, and the coverage, it's okay, it's pretty similar. I'd say the only thing, it's just that doesn't seem to be sticking onto my forehead, but I can always powder it a bit more. But it's a lot more radiant, I think, but I mean, looks nice, I guess. So in terms of concealers, I don't really buy a lot or trial a lot, so instead of using my Fit Me or my Revolution, which I've actually ended up loving, I'm going to go ahead and use my Pro Conceal from LA Girl and see. Oh. So I just put some of that on the back of my hand. This colour is Light Ivory because I really, really love a bright under eye look. This might help it because it just looks so red in real life. It's obviously just the wrong colour. But I'm going to take my Real Techniques like Beauty Blender Sponge, and I'm just going to pat that in. Really go near these because I bought 4, so like 2 good light colours, 2 dark colours for cream contouring, and I didn't really like them at the time, but with this it actually is a really nice amount of coverage, because I'm finding it's still creamy and not matte like the Revolution, but you still get the coverage that I would be getting with the Revolution one, which is really good. So finding it a new product to start using again, which is good. So I'm just gonna sort of try and blend those hard edges away, and then I'm gonna grab the brush I use for my foundation and just sort of feather out the edges, which it does look so blinding here, but and then I might just take what's left on the back of my hand, pop that, or take some more and just pop that on my chin and my forehead. I'm actually so pleased with that, and I might just take a blending brush. This one's just a Sonia Cash one, and a bit of that concealer on the back of my hand, just a touch, and I'm just going to take that and blend that into my eye all over. So this is one of the Bleach London Contour-Nuity powders, and I went for Bone 2 for my under eyes, and then for bronzing, if I can get it out, I went for Bone 5. So they're both matte, and I tried to go for like a more yellow brightening shade for the under eye, so I haven't actually used them yet as of yet. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Usually I can't find my normal powder brush, but I'm just going to use this Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. I think it's like 200, but it's like a flat dome, and then I'm going to just pack that on to my brush on both sides, and then you can see, you can't really see, but it's actually quite yellow. I'm just gonna check, I might just pad that because it already started to crease. Sort of warm it up again with my finger, and then I'm just gonna, like you'll see, pad this in almost like a very lightweight bake. Then I'm going to go in with that Bleach London contour in Bone 5 and take my Sonia Cash number 30 or 300 brush for contouring, and I'm just going to pack that onto my brush and then set it down and then buff it out with another brush. Cool, so now that's set down, I'm just going to grab this Real Techniques, I'm sure, yeah, it's called a contour brush, and then I'm just going to go ahead and buff that contour out. So now I've done my cheeks, I'm just going to take that same shade on that contour brush from Real Techniques and just take that around my hairline. It's okay, I mean, I don't know whether it's just too light for this foundation, but I mean, I hope it looks okay. So for bronzer, I used to love this, but I haven't used it for ages, and it's the MAC Give Me Some bronzer. So I'm just going to open this over here because I'm like 90% sure it's cracked. Oh no, I'll just be careful though. And then I'm going to take this multitasking brush from Real Techniques, just swirl that around in the lid, and then I'm just going to apply that where the sun would probably naturally hit. So I usually pretty much just go over my contour and like mainly place it on my forehead. Cool, so I've bronzed, and I have been using the L'Oreal, it's over there but I keep grabbing everything from over there, the like glam bronze, and I was finding that actually really red based, which in my head like this was as well. So but this actually looks so much nicer in real life and like more bronzy and nice, so I think I might go back to using that, which is a good find. So then I'm going to go ahead and actually use this palette for blush. Oh, actually no, that's a complete lie. I'm going to use the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blusher. I think it is a blusher. Yeah. I'm going to use that because I always use this. I don't know if I've actually ever used this in a video, but I have found it like a bit too highlighted, but it might be different now, like now I'm more bronzy and summery. So I'm just going to take this Nashi contour brush and just swirl my brush around in that. I cleaned them all earlier now, they literally won't grip onto anything. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so looks nice, but it does kind of, it looks, I can sort of see it on camera, but in real life it just looks like I've got like highlighted cheeks that are a bit, maybe I'll just bring it up and then not highlight as much. Yeah, looks okay. And then brows has actually never really been something I've bought a lot of products for, so sadly I'm just going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and then it's like proper dried out, so I'm going to pop some of that oil in it, just literally like a tiny, not even a drop, just to loosen it back up a bit so that it's usable, because I left the lid off it literally just for a day, but it's been so horrible. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my brow. And then I wasn't actually going to do anything with my eyes, but I was just looking in this palette, which I never use, and I've got this Chickadee colour from Makeup Geek, so I think I'm just going to take that underneath my eyes to add a pop of colour. Then I'm going to go ahead and take this Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray just to sort of set it all and melt away any bits that look quite powdery. Ooh, that is close. I just zoomed you in because I'm going to go ahead and do my lips, and I'm going to use this Kylie Coco K liner, which I never really use lip liners, but I have, ooh, and that would be why. But I have these from when I bought her lip kits. So now I've put that on. For lip colours, I just want to go for something light, and I found this earlier and I'm so happy. It's the Clarins Eclair, like Touche Eclair, Minute in number 2. But this sounds right, but I have this from prom, but I lost it. I thought I lost it, but it was actually right in front of me, just in mixed in with my brushes. It's like the nicest lip colour ever. And I just remembered I actually hadn't done any highlighter, but I have used this before, I just never go for it when I like doing my makeup. So I'm going to use the Sweets Glow Kit from Anastasia, and I think I'm going to take a mix of these bottom two because I want a warmer highlighter, as opposed to the top two are quite cool toned. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Real Techniques brush, which I always use, the highlighter, spritz it with the Mario Badescu stuff, and then just mix those two together and go ahead and apply. I'm just going to take a smaller brush, this like mini angle one from Sonia Cash, and take butterscotch and just pop that on the inner corners. Ooh, that looks so glam. Cool, so that was so cringe. So that is my video done. I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I hope you maybe got some good suggestions from this. So please like and subscribe, and make sure to turn turn notifications on for the videos I never upload. Thanks!